Picking it out.
When I first went out to report it, they had a big party at the Cheers bar for the whole NBC Thursday night shows.
Oh,
But of course, Cheers had never been on yet.
yeah.
So nobody even was in, but they had the cast of Fame and Cheers and Taxi and Hill Street Blues. And so I met Cheers cast that night. And then I went to a rehearsal and I saw why they all hated Shelley Long, because she was so fucking good and so fucking dedicated to her character and so unyielding. I mean, I went to a rehearsal. The show had never been on the air yet. And she kept them all waiting for an hour while she argued with the writers over whether Diane would or wouldn't say this line.
I love it.
And the other actors were already like rolling their eyes and, oh my God, you know, this was and apparently they spent 5 years hating her for it. But what I saw that day was somebody so dedicated to that character. So anyway, I met them then. And then I didn't meet them for, you know, we got invited to the rap parties and the Christmas parties. I never went. I'm not really a hanger-outer. So the next time I met them was a party in Boston for the 200th episode.
Oh, yeah, where the Pat McLaughlin.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. That had been taped in advance, but then they had a big party in Boston to watch it together. So I went to that. And, you know, it was strange. I had met them when they were unknowns. Now I met them when they were big TV stars. Some of them had changed noticeably. And others of them had not. You know, some of them drank the Kool-Aid, and some of them had humility. Human nature. Some people change, some people don't.
Yeah.
That was a fun night. And then the last time I saw them was a couple of years later at the Boston disaster.
Yeah.
And then the only other time I ever met them, there was a launch party for Nickelodeon at night in New York. And Kelsey Grammer and George Wendt and John Ratzenberger were there. It was for all the advertisers to announce that it was coming on Nick at Night, I think. And I was brought out at the very end to sing the theme. So I hung out with them a little. But other than that, no, our paths, you know, they were like a family working together for 11 years.
Yeah.
And I worked for an hour and then I went home to New York.
Yeah.
So that was always kind of, people assume when you're that large a part of a show that you have some, you know, interpersonal connection to it. And I really didn't.